In a bustling city draped in the shadows of its own towering skyscrapers, whispers began to crop up about the opening of a new gate, a threshold to realms unknown. Legends of fearsome beasts lurking within and unimaginable treasures hidden behind the ominous barrier called out to the bravest of adventurers, compelling them to take their chances at the foreboding entrance. On the outskirts of this urban maze lived a young girl named Jina, an ordinary commoner weighed down by the burdens of a life that had often seemed unforgiving. Her dreams of adventure had long since been dimmed by the relentless grind of her day-to-day existence. Yet, gazing in awe as adventurers marched toward the dungeons equipped with their extraordinary powers, she felt a tug in her heart, a yearning for the stunning strength they wielded. Then, one fateful afternoon, the air around her crackled with anticipation. News of the gate finally opening rushed through the streets, igniting a mixture of hope and fear among the citizens. Gina's heart raced with a newly kindled determination, pushing her to weave through the chaos toward the gathering crowd. Beneath the monotony of her existence, could it be that something extraordinary awaited her? As she inched closer to the crowd, the gate loomed more magnificent and terrifying than she had ever imagined. Ethereal lights shimmering around it, casting an otherworldly glow that radiated power, a power unknown to those who lived ordinary lives. Reality soon set in, striking her like a dagger to the heart. Before her stood hunters garbed in weathered armor, their faces bearing the marks of determination, yet hollowed by previous encounters with fearsome foes. They murmured in hushed tones, sharing tales of the perils they had faced and the monstrous creatures that had bested them. Doubt began to creep into Gina's heart. Could someone like her ever transform from mere observer to active participant in this dangerous world? However, despite her fears, an instinct for self-discovery clawed at her spirit, pulling her from the grip of doubt. Within her heart flickered a flame of determination, igniting a desire not for fame or glory, but for the opportunity to uncover her true self and awaken the strength she suspected lay dormant within. The steady hum emanating from the gate seems to beckon her closer, imploring her to step beyond the confines of her familiar surroundings and into the unknown. Taking a deep breath, Jina, with trembling hands and fierce resolve, stepped into the dungeon, inhaling the thick, charged air that coursed around her. She marveled at the glistening walls adorned with ancient, intricate patterns that loomed overhead, as if whispering the secrets of those who had trodden this perilous path before her. The encroaching darkness wrapped around her, threatening to consume her once again in a wave of fear. What if she found nothing extraordinary within herself? What if she failed? As if sensing her hesitation, a series of eerie growls shattered the silence, clawing away at her courage as monstrous shadows emerged, their red eyes blazing with insatiable hunger. Panic seized her, freezing her in place, paralyzed by terror. Yet, in that moment of despair, something profound hit her. No one entered this treacherous realm alone. Every hunter faced their own fears and had to choose bravery in the face of inevitable dread. Regaining her focus, adrenaline surged through Gina's veins like wildfire. As she sensed the stirrings of her latent potential, she inhaled deeply, letting out a primal war cry that echoed through the cavern. With reckless determination, she brandished a simple blade she had brought with her, and in an unexpected burst of energy, she struck the first lurking monster. To her astonishment, she felt the impact and discovered a rush of exhilaration accompany that first blow, a bloom of courage unfurling within her heart for the very first time. Pushing through the waves of trepidation, Jina carved a path illuminated by her growing confidence, her blade becoming a whirlwind as she confronted the monsters that had once terrified her. Each strike she unleashed shifted her perception. The timid girl who had entered the dungeon was transforming into an unstoppable force, embodying resilience and tenacity. But lurking deep within the dungeon was the ultimate test, a fearsome beast known as the Shadow Grizzly, a creature that as much represented despair as it did fury. As the Titan emerged, towering menacingly over her, Gina's newly forged resolve flickered against its immense power. The beast unleashed a ferocious roar that reverberated through the caverns, sending tendrils of dread spiraling around her like shackles of doom. Yet she found herself recalling the frightened girl who had lingered at the gate, the one who had dared to dream. With newfound strength surging through her, she charged ahead, refusing to yield, every fiber of her being alight with pure energy. The clash erupted, a storm of fury hailed down upon her. Each precise strike revealed techniques she had never studied, instincts guiding her hands as if some ancient wisdom flowed through her veins. Every blow not only brought her closer to victory, but also served as a medium for her to embrace her true identity. It was through this fierce confrontation with darkness that she learned the profound truth. Strength isn't merely defined by power, but also by the courage to confront and defy the darkness swirling within. When the final blow connected, an explosion of triumph erupted around her, illuminating the dungeon and dispelling the shadows that had threatened to consume her spirit. The shadow grizzly let out a final roar before collapsing, leaving nothing but a heavy silence in the aftermath. Panting hard, but filled with a triumphant glow, Jina stood not merely as a survivor, but as a testament to the power of perseverance and the indomitable strength of the human spirit. She had undergone a transformation, unlocking a renewed vision for her destiny amid the darkness of the dungeon. As she stepped out of the gate, victorious and invigorated, the awed onlookers surrounding her bore witness to her metamorphosis. The gate sealed behind her, yet the world that lay ahead burst forth, filled with potential and countless new adventures awaiting her. In her journey, a vital lesson crystallized within her. True strength arises from deep within. It's found not only in brute force, but also in the fierce spirit and raw determination to rise against fear. So, when shadows loom around us, we must not permit ourselves to retreat. Rather, we must choose to become the light that pierces through the encroaching darkness. If this tale of resilience and transformation resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Together, let's embrace the spirit of courage and embark on thrilling adventures. Join us and become part of a community that thrives on exploration and growth.